Can a rescued animal ever fully trust a human again? In today's video, meet Nova, a black panther rescued in South Africa. Follow the unlikely journey from bottle feeding at a rescue centre to calm evenings by the fireplace in the English countryside. Along the way, we'll learn some useful English vocabulary. Let's dive in.
I still remember the first time I saw her, tiny, trembling, and completely silent. She looked nothing like the powerful creature she would become. It was 3 years ago, during my time volunteering at an animal rescue centre in South Africa. A baby black panther had been found alone, without her mother. She was severely underweight and too weak to stand. From the very beginning, I felt a connection. I fed her with a bottle, wrapped her in blankets, and spoke to her softly. We named her Nova. Day by day, she got stronger. Little by little, she stopped hiding. She would blink slowly at me and sometimes fall asleep on my lap. When the time came to leave, I simply couldn't walk away. With the help of the rescue team, the right paperwork, and months of preparation, Nova flew back to the UK with me. But wait, why bring a wild animal back, you might ask? Nova was rescued at a very young age, far too early to learn how to survive in the wild. She never learned to hunt, avoid danger, or fear humans. If she were released now, she wouldn't stand a chance. She'd either starve or worse, not survive an encounter with other predators. That's why she stays with us, not because we want a wild animal at home, but because she has nowhere else to go. What we offer her is safety, structure, and a life that respects her nature. It's not the wild, but it's calm, enriched, and built around her needs. A life that's safe, dignified, and stimulating. Today, I live in the countryside with my partner, Jack, and Nova lives with us. We've built her a large enclosure in our garden, a secure outdoor space with trees to climb, a platform to rest on, and a small pond she loves to splash in. It's her territory. She feels safe there. Sometimes in the evening, Nova joins us in the living room. She curls up by the fireplace or stretches out across the rug like she owns the place. She's calm, affectionate, and playful, but we never forget that she's still a wild animal. Every morning I prepare her food, usually fresh meat, and we walk together around the edge of the field. She moves like liquid shadow, silent and elegant. We've also made sure Nova has regular health checkups with a wildlife vet, just to ensure she stays strong and healthy. She's not registered as a pet because she isn't one, but we've been granted a special license to keep her, given our history and the conditions we've created for her care. The authorities inspected everything, the fencing, the environment, even our training. It took months, but it was worth it. On rainy days, Nova often prefers to sit inside with us. She watches the fireplace, blinks slowly, and purrs in a low, steady rhythm. It's not like a cat's purr, it's deeper, almost like a quiet growl. But to me, it's comforting. It's her way of saying, I'm home. We've learned to communicate in our own way. She tilts her head when she's curious, flicks her tail when she's annoyed, and presses her forehead gently against mine when she's feeling affectionate. Sometimes when I feel stressed or anxious, I simply sit with her and breathe. Her presence is grounding, powerful, and peaceful all at once. Some people find it hard to believe. A panther in your garden? But those who visit often leave in awe. Not because she does tricks, she doesn't, but because there's something deeply moving about being close to a creature so strong, yet so trusting. It reminds you of the bond that can exist between species if we lead with patience, care, and respect.
Let's learn the important vocabulary. Every 10 words, I'll ask if you remember one of them. Ready?
To tremble, to shake slightly, often because of fear, cold, or weakness. She was tiny, trembling, and completely silent. To rescue, to save someone or something from danger or harm. We rescued her from an animal centre in South Africa. Creature, a living being, usually an animal. She looked nothing like the powerful creature she would become. Panther, a large wild cat, often black like a leopard or jaguar. Yes, it's true, I live with a panther. Underweight, too thin or light to be healthy. She was severely underweight and too weak to stand. A blanket, a soft cover used to keep someone warm. I wrapped her in blankets and spoke to her softly. To hide, to stay out of sight or keep oneself away so as not to be seen. Little by little she stopped hiding. To blink slowly, to close and open the eyes gently, often showing trust. She would blink slowly at me and fall asleep on my lap. A lap, the top part of your legs when you are sitting down. She would sometimes fall asleep on my lap. To walk away, to leave a situation or person. I simply couldn't walk away. To rescue, to save someone or something from danger or harm. We rescued her from an animal centre in South Africa. Paperwork, official documents required for legal or formal actions. With the right paperwork, Nova flew back to the UK with me. Far too early, much more than acceptable or expected. In this context, much too early. She was rescued at a very young age, far too early to learn how to survive in the wild. The wild, natural, untamed environments where animals live without human control. She never learned how to survive in the wild. To release an animal, to let an animal go free, usually back into nature. If she were released now, she wouldn't stand a chance. To starve, to suffer from lack of food. She'd either starve or worse. Nowhere else. No other place or option available. She stays with us because she has nowhere else to go. To stand a chance, to have a possibility of success or survival. She wouldn't stand a chance if she were released. dignified, worthy of respect, having a sense of self-respect and honor. A life that's safe, dignified, and stimulating. Enclosure, a closed outdoor area built for animals to live safely. We've built her a large enclosure in our garden to splash in, to play or move around in water, causing it to fly about. A small pond she loves to splash in. To stand a chance, to have a possibility of success or survival. She wouldn't stand a chance if she were released. Territory, an area that an animal sees as its own. It's her territory. A fireplace, a structure in a room for a fire, usually with a chimney. She curls up by the fireplace. To stretch out, to extend your body fully, to relax. She stretches out across the rug like she owns the place. A rug, a small carpet used to cover part of a floor. She stretches out across the rug like she owns the place. Affectionate, showing love or tenderness. She's calm, affectionate, and playful. To curl up, to lie down with the body in a rounded shape, usually to rest. She curls up by the fireplace in the evening. The edge of a field, the outer or border part of an area. We walk together around the edge of the field. Wildlife vet, a veterinarian who works with wild animals. She has regular checkups with a wildlife vet. To grant something, to officially allow or give permission for something. We've been granted a special license to keep her. License, official permission to do something legally. We were granted a special license to keep her. To curl up, to lie down with the body in a rounded shape, usually to rest. She curls up by the fireplace in the evening. Fencing, a barrier or structure, often made of wire or wood, used to enclose or protect an area. The authorities inspected everything, the fencing, the environment. To purr, to make a soft, vibrating sound like a cat. She watches the fire and purrs in a low, steady rhythm. Steady, regular, and not changing suddenly. She purrs in a low, steady rhythm. To growl, to make a deep, rough sound like an angry animal. Her purr is deeper, almost like a quiet growl. To tilt one's head. To move the head slightly to one side. She tilts her head when she's curious. To flick a tail, to move quickly or sharply. She flicks her tail when she's annoyed. To press one's forehead, to gently touch your forehead to someone or something. She presses her forehead against mine when she's feeling affectionate. Grounding, making you calm, calm, stable, and connected to the present. Her presence is grounding, powerful, and peaceful all at once. Forehead, the part of the face above the eyebrows. She presses her forehead gently against mine when she's feeling affectionate. To be in awe, to feel amazed or deeply impressed. Visitors often leave in awe when they meet her. Grounding, making you feel calm, stable, and connected to the present. Her presence is grounding, powerful, and peaceful all at once. Tricks, clever or entertaining actions taught to an animal. Not because she does tricks, she doesn't. Trusting, willing to rely on someone or something, showing trust, a creature so strong, yet so trusting. Bond, a strong connection or relationship between people or animals. It reminds you of the bond that can exist between species,